What's up, YouTube? It is unknown. I know it's been a long time, but something has got me so excited that I had to hop on, record a video, and do something that I've never done before. But a product has come out that grabbed my attention, and I had to. I couldn't resist, and it is none other than a controller. As someone that formerly has a competitive FPS background, competed in COD. Fortnite, most recently Apex, doing things and scrimming and really being mixed into that competitive world. Obviously, controllers give you an advantage, especially with modern day controllers and everything that's coming out with technology differences and all the advancements. I had to join in. I had to take a look at it. I've went from a Xbox Elite 2 to a Scuff. I think it was a Scuff Instinct, and now to this newest controller. Gamesir has come out with a controller that is really near and dear to my heart. It has a symmetrical layout. It is called the Tarantula 8K. It is for PC. Like I said, it has that PS4 layout that I am a huge, huge, huge fan of. Um, it's just always been so comfortable and always been my favorite controller, that PS4 layout. um I got it yesterday. I took it out of the box. Didn't know if I was going to do a review on it because I've never done a review, but didn't see a whole lot on it, so I figured why not. I'm in the education part of the game now, doing obviously coaching and still playing, still wanting to be competitive, and really digging into the ins and outs of everything. um as far as the controller is concerned, like I said, I've already got it out of the box. It is absolutely beautiful. As you can see here, I have it plugged in because it is a wired controller, 8K polling rate, 12-bit, Gen 2 TMR sticks. It's got everything you could ever want in a controller, to be quite honest with you, and we'll go through it a little bit. As far as my favorite thing about the controller so far, it has by far been the weight of the controller. I've unplugged it, as you can tell, so you don't see the lights on, but it's easier to show you all on the camera. Um, but the biggest thing for me is the weight. When it Depending on a weight of controller, depending on how heavy it is, and you're gaming for a long session, as small as that seems or can be, it definitely can weigh on you, give you hand fatigue. It's absolutely crazy how something so small can really affect you. But this thing is, I cannot even put it into words. It feels like nothing is in your hands. Um, it truly is amazing. There's no motor in it, so if you're a big fan of the vibrations, need that type of thing in the controller. There is no motor. There is no battery. It is wired. They really gutted this thing to make it a performance-based controller. So if that's what you're into and you need that weight or that heaviness, this probably isn't going to be it. But like I said, it's worth the try because it just fits so comfortably in your hand. And I have big hands, right? I'm 6'4", about 290, maybe 300 pounds these days. I'm a big dude with big hands, and this thing fits perfect in there. Secondly, something else that's really, really cool about it, the 8K polling rate, right? Super responsive. It's incredible. It really is. Um, as soon as I press this, it's responsive. But this thing is so insane with how in depth you can get into it. You can change anything and everything on this thing pretty much. To the back buttons. So for me, something that I was very, very concerned about is I come from a controller, the Scuff Instinct, and even the Xbox Elite. I had 4 paddles on the back, and I don't play claw. It's not something I've ever done. Didn't feel comfortable to me. I play very traditional as far as where my hand placement is. I didn't know, and especially with a game like Apex, where you're moving and you're always consistently bouncing around and doing things, healing, and you're just is constant movement, constant doing things. I thought it would affect me, but not as much as I thought. because they did add extra buttons, but they're just not in the traditional place on the back, right? They are right here, right next to the shoulders. Didn't know how I would think about that. I do still kind of wish they were on the back, but I've adjusted. Like I said, I have big hands, so I'm able to reach that. And it's actually been really, really nice. The controller fits great in your hands. That's probably been the biggest adjustment that I've had to make. Everything else has been fantastic. Like I said, you have the micro switch buttons. So you have the micro switch buttons. You have the mechanical D-pad, as I'm holding it upside down for you. Mechanical D-pad, micro switch buttons, the Gen 2 TMR sticks, so the anti-drift sticks. You might feel like a little stick drift is there, but it's not. It's just really, really, really sensitive. And that's for that precise aim, and that's where the 8-bit to 12-bit comes in. Depending on where you land on that scale, how aggressive or how precise you need your aim. I think if you're a higher tier gamer or a higher tier competitive player, obviously that 12-bit's going to come into play, and you're really going to want to get that thing maxed out. So the 8K 12-bit, linear raw input. That's what I go with. But there are plenty of options with it. As far as these buttons here, like I said, I play on PC, obviously, because this is for PC. So I'm always in Discord. And you can program these any way you want. So on top, you have the micro switch triggers. If you want the long press, you can do that. That's what these 4 buttons are for. You can lock them or unlock them. For me, obviously, I want the hair triggers, that micro switch. The quicker press, the quicker response. And then here, like I said, these extra buttons, I've seen some comments where people said they sound flimsy or feel flimsy. I don't think so. It doesn't require a whole lot of pressure, to be quite honest with you. So as long as you're not mashing those things, you should be quite fine. Overall, man, this controller, after one day, has been incredible. I have no complaints. I have nothing but good things to say. It's held up long. And another thing that is probably underrated is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you can kind of see that little diamond pattern for the grip. My hands sweat a lot. And this thing held up. Didn't fall out of my hands at all. Didn't feel like it was ever slipping. Felt fantastic. So, for the price point, man, like even if it was priced higher than what it is now, but for $70, I think is what you can get it for. It's incredible. I don't think you can beat it, especially for the price, for what it does, what it offers you, and for how much it can elevate your game, to be quite honest with you. For me, like I said, I've been gaming for a long time, as you can tell by the white beard. I've probably touched 100 different controllers in my time of competitive gaming, and to be quite honest with you, 20 of them have been in the past couple of years, just trying things and seeing what's out there, what's not. I'm very I don't know, nosy like that, right? Very curious. For me, this has been the best controller that I've ever touched right out of the box. If I feel that way in a week, a month, we'll see. We'll see how it holds up. Some of the questions or its durability because of how light it actually is out of the box. But for me, like I said, I think that's a benefit more than it is a con. I treat my stuff with respect. I don't chuck my stuff across the room, so don't really have to worry about it a whole lot. Yeah, I really, like I said, nothing but good things. I think Gamesir has really changed the game as far as controllers have gone recently. And I'm really, really excited to continue gaming with this. I'll show you my settings, a little gameplay at the end of this, and then we'll be out of here. Like I said, it is 1 day of gameplay, first day of this. Not really a highlight clip per se, trimmed it down so it wouldn't be so long. It was a lot of wild card more than anything, just because ranked is maybe not in the best state. But solo queuing, higher tier lobbies is never enjoyable now that they've added 3 stacking back. So we'll get into the settings, show you the gameplay. I would really appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe. Any feedback you have, if you want to see more of these, if you don't, tell me to shut up, take a hike, pound rocks, kick sand, reverse that, whatever you want to do. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you for taking the time to watch it, and go check out the settings. All right, here we are with the settings portion of the video. It's pretty quick, pretty simplistic. It uses Gamesir Connect, opposed to, I believe, Nexus is the other software that they run. It's super friendly. Really not a whole lot to it. It's very cut and dry. So we'll just jump right into it. This is your home screen where everything is kind of set up. And then when you want to get in depth, you can just get over here and start clicking away. So we'll start on the buttons. For me, these are the way I programmed them. This is the way I have it set up right now. Like I said, the top buttons for me are heels and nades, just because of how comfortable it is for where my finger placement is, and adjusting to not having that fourth paddle on the back. It's something I do. Yes, I'm a weirdo because I have one of my back buttons as the jump or the slide button, but I hate, like, I don't know, my thumb just does not like to press down on that right stick. So it's easier for me just to touch it and go from there. But this is 1000% programmable to you. Like I said, these programmable buttons over here, it's my toggle to mute for Discord. Over here on the right side, it's my push to talk in game. It's my inspect button, just because obviously I have heirlooms. I like to inspect them. What else would you have them for, right? And then everything else is, it's pretty simple, nothing out of the ordinary. The big part in what everybody is going to be tinkering with, and nobody is the same, to be quite honest with you. I can go to Hal, I can go to Alb, and go to some of the top tier pros in the game, even though Alb just went back to mouse keyboard. And look at their settings, and it's really all based on how you feel, how you shoot. Like I said, the biggest thing here for me is, if you're going to push gaming to its limits and really try to max out your ability and your competitive advantage, for me it's 12k or 12-bit. I'm sorry, just because more precise aiming, easier for the micro adjustments. So obviously in a game like Apex, when people are tap strafing, you have to have the advance, or the advantage on your side, and that's going to be aim assist and tracking and doing that. And then obviously, like I said, 12-bit gives you the biggest advantage for that. It might take some getting used to. I've been playing controller pretty much my whole life. Went back and forth mouse and keyboard and controller over the past probably year and a half. But and then obviously jumping from one controller to another, it's going to feel a little bit different. You're not going to maybe one clip everybody like you think you might, but like I said, it feels a lot better. And then after a couple days, you should be totally fine. For me, my dead zone's at 0. I have the max out at 98.5. And then anti-dead zone 100, initial 0 here. Same thing for the right stick. I do go for raw opposed to circle trajectory for me. It just feels better. It's more comfortable. I feel like I've had the most success with that. I've changed this stuff a lot over the past 12 hours. So same thing on the right stick. 98 over here, 99 is what it is. I think I just accidentally touched it. Initial still 0 for me over here, 0, 100. Don't change that. Raw input, and then obviously still 12-bit. I haven't changed anything in the motion, to be quite honest with you. Nothing's really made me want to do that. Triggers I don't touch because, like I said, I have the hair trigger or the micro. So you'll see the response. Like, I touch the button, boom. Same thing with the right. Like, it's super responsive, man, with that 8K. Lights, you can change it however you want to. I haven't changed this at all. Mine's still in colorful. The only thing I've changed is the button light, just because I like blue. But at the end of the day, like I said, you can mess with this all day long. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. Like I said, I have it on 8K. Now, keep in mind, if you're going to use the 8K polling rate and you have an older PC or a older, you know, computer that can't handle high intense things, you might need to scale that back because 8K will use some resources on your PC. So if you're already struggling to run the game, 4K is plenty. Even 1K, to give yourself an advantage. Anything better than the default that you're typically running now, but it does go all the way down to 250. And even if you just want it for that, the look, the feel, whatever the case may be, it's a fantastic controller. Like I said, I've used it for a day. I'm not going to go back to my old controller. We're going to keep using the Tarantula, and keep you know keep fighting the good fight with it. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'll give an update in a week, a month. Might stream, give you all a live update, or just put out a little short or something, let you know where we are with that. But if you have any questions, like I said, comment below. Like, subscribe. I appreciate your support more than you know. Didn't really expect to do a review, so like I said, if you want more of these, if you don't want more of these, sometimes I can get long-winded. I could talk a lot, but it's just because I'm so passionate about gaming. Appreciate your time. Like I said, there's going to be a little gameplay if you really want to see what it looks like in game for me with these exact settings. If not, like I said, I appreciate your time watching it up to this point. I hope you have a fantastic day. Talk to you soon.